Hello everyone. Today I'm doing the live from my couch at the office, and I wanted to come in a couple of minutes earlier because I want to share something with you. So lately, for the couple of months now, probably I don't know, 2-3 months, I started being more and more interested in tarot reading on YouTube. I started watching some videos around that. Like, I don't know, I was curious to see. I've always been kind of in the astrology in a way, and I was curious, and I was like thinking, okay, I'm just gonna listen. And actually, I found a couple of tarot readers on YouTube that are really good. I'm really excited to listen to what are they saying for Virgos. Each 2 times per week, actually, on Mondays, some of them, and on Thursday. And yeah, and it's another, this time it's a man that I'm so the first lady, the first tarot reader was a lady, a woman, and the second that I'm more excited to listen to, it is a man. And I was listening to him like right before going live, and I was thinking how accurate those readings were, because that this particular reading was, because I was so lately, and I want to invite you, this is why I'm sharing this with you. I want to invite you to contemplate and reflect more on what you're feeling, how you desire your life to be, on the quality of your life, and what kind of relationship you want to have, what's of interest for you right now. Because you, from 2-3 months ago, or 2-3 years ago, or even 1 year ago, or 1 month ago, you can be a lot different, and you can, like, your interest can change, and what you desire for your life, what kind of conversation you desire to have, can change as well. I just started in this life like right into it, because I was so excited to share this. And I really wish for us all to take this time at the end of the year, not just at the end of the year, but it is the end of the year. So to take this time to really contemplate a little bit more and be more with oneself and go within. And like, really, this is not like a homework, or take it however you want, but it's not like, when it comes to really sit with yourself and be, just be, and you don't even need to solve anything. Just reflect and be. You're going to learn so much about yourself. Start asking questions. I remember at my beginnings on social media as a coach, I was always like, start asking questions. And I will always talk about this, because it's so it will give you insight and clarity, and having awareness, or everything that's happening here, the thoughts that you are storing in your mind, and then you feel them in the body, the energy they are there. Sometimes you can, let's say you had a relationship with somebody, and in time you change, and now you find like you need to still please that person for some reason, but you're not thinking the same, or you don't speak your truth because you don't want to, I don't know, feel like you don't want them to see you differently, or you don't want them to feel less in a way. I don't know, whatever it is the situation. Ask yourself if you really want to go that route. Like, if you really want to, if you really want to not be in integrity with your values and your truth in this very moment, in this reality that you're living right now, just because you don't want to upset somebody. And let me tell you something else. It is sometimes you're going to be surprised. People can calibrate so fast and people can already see you, but we are a lot in our mind thinking that maybe no, maybe they're gonna think whatever X, Y, and Z about me. And yeah, just speak your truth and be in integrity with who you are and reflect on the things that you love. Actually, today, as you know, it is the portal, the 12-12 portal. Let go of whatever. So one of my wish and desire for today was for the divine, like God, to help me release the things that are not serving me anymore. There are some that I know about, and those that I don't even realize or I don't know how to put them into words. I just ask for support. Please, God, help me release all the things that are not serving me anymore, that I'm aware of or not. I want to let go of them. I want to free myself. I want to liberate myself. I want to feel lighter. I want to step even more into my destiny. This is the word that just came to me. Into my destiny, into my purpose, into my mission, and live fully and be so full of my essence so I can really impact others and help others and guide, and for me to live the way that I desire. But for this, you really need to embrace who you are and actually ask and learn more about yourself, because we think that we know a lot about ourselves, but we just scratch the surface. When you really go deep down and dive deep and be curious and ask questions and listen and be with yourself, you will be surprised, and you're going to develop some skills, and your gifts will come to the surface, and you're going to little by little, titration, step by step, you will embrace them and step more and more into your power and into who you really are at the core. Isn't that amazing to really get to know who you are at the core? For me, it's crazy amazing. And Ganji's here. Let's see, because sometimes Instagram is doing some. Yeah, let's see what's going on. Yeah, she's here.
Hello! I'm
Hello.
super excited to be here as usual.
I'm excited to have you. How are you
Thank
doing?
you. I'm doing fabulous. How are you?
I'm a little bit tired.
Okay. Well, it is late in the day for you, so it makes
It is
sense.
a little bit late, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the weather also, because it's
Yeah.
here for days.
Yeah.
But I'm fine. I'm fine. I just relaxed. I'm
Yay.
relaxed here on the couch a little bit,
Oh,
and
nice.
I was listening to. I was just saying that I was listening to a tarot reading
Yeah.
before, and I really love this guy, that he has some words that are more like in literature. How you say literature? I cannot pronounce.
Literature. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I just love the way he explains things, and the way
Mm.
he puts like the fire and the earth and the water and the connection between them, and it's fascinating to really listening to him. How
I
about
love
you?
that. I'm doing good. I'm happy to be here. I went through a little crunch and I was like, okay, let me just meditate, release all this, tap. I did all the things and now I'm here because I was like, I want to be excited to be here. And support you and be here with your community and all the things, and especially if we're talking about the vision. And I was like, this was definitely something that I had promised myself this year. It's like, I'm going to just really work on surrendering, work on letting it go, not going to get stuck in the muck. And I'm doing that.
And I'm happy. I just want to ask you, like I said in the title, what were the lessons, in a way, let's say the challenges from this year 2023, the celebration, the experiences, the word that you had for this year, and then what are you taking from this year, or
I
what are
am
you?
so excited about this
Me
conversation.
too.
I freaking love having this conversation because December is my birthday. month, and I love reflecting in this month about the things that I've learned, about the things that I want to carry with me through this year, about the things that I want to leave behind, and really set a vision and embody that vision more than anything.
Mm.
So I've been reflecting recently and through my morning pages and all the things. And like, we can start with my word for the year. My word for the year was surrender. And I picked that word last year. I don't remember what my word was, but I think it was abundance. And I had such an amazing year last year, ups and downs, obviously. But this year, I was like, you know what? Want to let go of a lot of things that, I have been so this year. In terms of the lessons, I literally let go of, it was just daily reminder of, what do I need to let go of today, what do I need to let go of today, what do I, and there were so many months, like couple months in this year, that I was really finding myself in a big crunch. And you and I had talked about that, and we also talked about it in our last live, where it was just like up and down, up and down. And I was like, do I have bipolar? Like, it just, I don't like using it as an
Yeah.
adjective or, like a thing, but it was really, my highs were really high and my lows felt really low. And I was really having a hard time regulating my nervous system through all of that. Um, so I really learned, and like, it's just, I picked a word. My word was surrender. So I'm like, I need to release my resistance against that. I need to release my judgment against that. And really started working on, like, not this year. It's like one of the things that came off, the lessons that came through for me, was I only get to compare myself to myself and not
Yeah.
anybody else, because I had this huge thing about comparing myself to everybody and how successful everybody else is and what am I doing and all the things that show up, and I was like, I only get to compare myself to myself and myself to my version of self, because I love this book called Gap and Gain,
Mm-hmm.
as the whole high functioning anxiety thing. And it was just like, I really was find myself, it's like always achieving, always wanting, always going, always forward. And one of the things that really landed for me was, how do I compare myself from myself 10 years ago and how far I've come, and really enjoying the presence, even if it's crunchy. I called in some amazing friends, you're one of them, that I was just like, oh my God, like, I wanted to be connected to all these visionary women impacting the world and making a difference in their own lives and their own families. And I'm like, oh my God, like, I have some solid friends now,
Yeah.
that I can reach out to anytime, or that really check in on me when I do the same and I feel the same.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, wow, like, that was so awesome, that when I'm going through my crunches, when I'm comparing myself to others, when I'm, having this unworthiness moment, when I'm like disconnected and separated from the God within me, I'm just like, wow. And one of the other things also, like, big surrender experience for me has been like my connection to my ordinary mind and the human and the stuck in the muck. And I'm like, I want to deepen my connection to God or the universe or my higher
Yeah.
power. It's just really embody that and know that I'm always supported, always had, I knew all those things in my head, but I never had embodied this to this degree at this point, that I'm just like, wow, like, even though there are times that I'm like, it's like they are not my reality. And those times I realized that I was also noticing a pattern for me, where it was like it only happened right before my period and around my period, and right now
Mm.
my period. So I'm like, so around my lunar cycles, it really gets like that. And I now, what I used to do before, just hustle through it and really stay in my head. And this, I actually just met with one of my clients this morning, and she's in Paris, and it was really interesting because she was like, really in our head and all the things happening. And I was like, okay, we need to just get in your body and just release all the things that is not serving you. And we did that. Like, we did 40 minutes of talking because we haven't caught up in 2 weeks. And 20 minutes, she's like, oh my God, I feel so much better. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why do we not, why do we stay in
Yeah.
our heads, and let's just breathe. So we did that. We did some other somatic tools and tapping and all the things that it was just like, she left better, I left better. And then I found myself in this place of, what am I doing? What is happening? And I'm like, nope, I'm just going to meditate. I'm going to pray, and I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to show up for it. Because a part of me was like, so much resistance. Do I show up for this with this energy? I don't want to ruin Adriana. And I'm like, nope, nope. I have the power to change my emotional state. So it's like all of those things have been so huge. It sounds really minor, but they've been really huge for me in my life and how I move through
Yeah.
life, where I'm like, yes, I get to show up to life excited and in a fun way. And if I'm not feeling fun, I get to seek help. I get to
Yeah.
ask for help. I get to, as opposed to I have to, and I should, and all the things. And I'm just like, wow, who am I? I never used to be this person.
I love how vulnerable you are, because it is the truth. Nobody's perfect. Nobody has the perfect days.
Right.
Was tired before coming into this. I knew that the twins will want that and that, but also I knew that I have chosen this, and I
Yes.
love this conversation, and it will be so much fun, and we will just go together and
Yeah.
like really go deep with it. And I love
Mm.
as well. Like at the end of the year, I always get excited to
Mm.
see what other people, because I'm thriving with others. This is my nature.
Yes.
Really
Yeah.
love to connect and thrive with others. And I
Yeah.
knew the moment we're gonna just get it in touch, like we're gonna connect, things
Yeah.
will gonna wow. Because this is the community, and this is the people that we seek, both of us, from
100%.
places in our
Yeah.
life, different like places.
Yeah. Yeah.
We wanted community. We wanted to make these connections,
Yeah.
and I'm excited about the word, because I know that your word was like really a light there to guide you and to
Yeah.
show you like you need to surrender this, and even more and even more. For myself, I had like a phrase actually for this year, and it was my turn. And it,
Mm.
because I said to my husband today, even we had a discussion, and I said, this year when I said that it's my turn, I wasn't that involved in his business. I
Yeah.
didn't that much with his workers, and I
Yeah.
really was there on my path, and it wasn't easy,
Mm.
as you know,
So
right
good. Yes.
now. This is real life. When you
Yeah.
have a business, the business is going to teach you all the things that you don't want to know, or you want to put under the rug. It will be the best teacher for you, and even more our
100%.
service to other people.
Yeah.
And yeah, what about how you want to enter into this new year? What are the
Before I
celebrations?
say that, I want to reflect
Yeah.
something that you just said. And now it's like it just clicked for me. I know you've talked about it a lot of times, but it just clicked. Like I know that your program, your coaching program, your 6 week or however long container is called My Own Woman. Now it makes sense because you're like, my turn. And I know that how passionately you feel
Yeah.
about guiding women to themselves and to their themselves as their homes. And it's like, when we run a business, it's not just about like Sam, one of our our mentor. She always talks about it as in, like we are running a business, we are making money, we are serving others. But I think it's also important in the world that we live in this hustle, patriarchal, masculine world, where we run our businesses from this place of, and I think that's something that is really coming to me this year that I'm really understanding for myself and like really deepening in that, where it's like, really leading from the feminine because we are designed different, and not from such a push hard masculine, like, and one of the things that I'm almost finding myself tethering is, like sometimes I'm like, I don't want to run. Like I have run my private practice successfully with
Yeah.
like working 40 hours a week and all these clinicians and managing all these people and really writing it hard and growing it. I
Mhm.
don't want to run this online venture that I'm doing and pivoting into, from
Yeah.
therapy to coaching in that way, because that was, yes, that was fun, yes, it was great when I was alone, but now managing my family and parenting and also being a supportive wife and having that work life balance, it's like I don't want to run this business as a, it's like very hustle patriarchal, and then I'm so
Push
burnt
him.
out by the end of it. And I was doing that like a couple of years ago, where I was really pushing, pushing, pushing. And then all of a sudden, I'm just like, literally, there was a year, not this year, this last year, but the year before that, I went through a coaching program and it was all about, do all these launches and, have these events and this and that. And I did all that. And then I found myself so burnt out, almost like burnt out from learning. And then literally came December, and starting December I shut everything off and I was literally watching chick flicks like Netflix and Prime and Christmas like, you know, feel good movies for the entire month because I was like, I
Yeah.
have noticed, like, my husband would wake up in the morning, and my son was little back then, so he heard, like, his preschool was, his schedule was not as rigid as it is now, so it didn't matter. And I was like literally waking up in the morning and turning on the TV. And I'm the person who doesn't like TV as much. It's like I only watch it every so often when Amit is watching it. And I'm just like, wow, if you don't take care of your body will figure out a way to take care of itself.
Yeah.
And I really learned that the hard way. So this last year, I was like, I want to work less and I want to work smart. Like I want to work smart, not hard. So I
Mm,
really love that you were talking about my turn, and it's like, how
yeah.
do I want my business, my life, my, you know, the way I show up, if I don't take care, like I love when Sam says, you know, what's good for you is good for the world. And
Uh,
it's like, if you don't take care of yourself, when you take care of yourself, when you come from that energy of, I am my full body, yes, this feels amazing, let's go do this, I want to do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
just clicked for me where you're like, my own woman. I know what that means for you now, to that, like from that embodied place, as opposed to what does it really mean. So yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. For me, my own woman came from my journey for all these years, but this year, like the 2023,
Yeah.
was the pathway to that, like
Yeah.
repaving the way to this program. That's my signature offer, and it will be my legacy, because I find that in the moment you master yourself and you stay with, you really take the time and stay
Yeah.
with, and you are aware, you become and contemplating and reflecting, what is that I like? What are my gifts? What skills do I have? Do I really like this? Or like, remember when Sam said that she gave an example about her way of walking that wasn't that fast. Oh, I probably losing the connection of internet connection. Oh, what's going on? Can you hear me, Ganj? I believe you can't, because this is crazy. Hello, Aneta. And yeah. Oh, it wasn't me. It was Ganj, actually. Oh, it's okay. I thought that it was mine. That's fine. Let's see. Because sometimes the internet is going crazy. Yeah.
Sorry. Yes,
Oh,
I all of a sudden the thing just turned off, and I was like,
yeah.
oh no, we're in the
No,
middle of a live. Like, what is happening? What did I
no,
do?
like, you know what, a very well-known coach that's
Yeah.
called Melanie Ann Layer. She
Yeah.
always says, because she has a lot of people. Yeah, hi Aneta. She has a lot of people joining her lives now,
Yeah. Yeah.
and a lot of people in her programs, and I really, really like her. And she
Yeah.
says, and we're crashing the internet. We crash the internet, so we crash the internet.
We are talking about such hot, spicy stuff. So
Yeah,
yes, we crushed
we
the internet.
crush the internet with our energy. Yeah, I was saying that when you really master yourself. So
Yeah.
today for me, I woke up this morning, and I want to run. I wanted to run, but it was
Yeah.
raining outside, and I
Yeah.
couldn't. And I came to the office and I wanted to start working, and I said, no, 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 I'm just gonna journal, and I want to focus a little bit on me. And
Mm.
yesterday we had the accountability call, and Aneta, and before that we had the talk. I had the talk with Aneta about trust.
Mhm. Mm. Mm.
And I was I was sharing something with the ladies that I've always, like, in the past couple of years, I felt this abundance in me, all around me, and this is why I have manifested a lot of things in my life.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
lost it for a couple of months, since
Mhm.
you
Mhm.
were so close to moving to the house. And
Mhm.
I realized a couple of days ago, no, this is not me. Like, I truly believe that I can have the things that I desire. And I just tapped and, like, really go, you know what Sam says, like, go to step by step with your vision until it's to completion. And when I
Mhm.
start journaling, Ganj, a lot of things, I want this and this and this, and I was so precise
Yeah.
just for this year. And then
Mm.
I just started moving the body, and I did a life and a lot of stories and a lot of things.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
say, when you come from the energy, because when
Mhm.
you discover yourself and you really start to know yourself, then
Yes.
you know when you're in a crunch, then exactly what you said, then you know what I need to do, then you know, oh,
100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you're gonna be a human all the time, but you know
Yeah.
this part of you that knows everything that it needs. Like, maybe I need to rest, maybe I need to eat, maybe I need to run, maybe I just need to down on the couch, or just
And
take.
you know, I think as a high achiever, I feel like I was conditioned to just always do.
Yeah,
I had such a hard time. One of the things that I learned, like especially through my human design discovery this year, was like one of the things, like my authority is to just to respond and just satisfaction. And I had such a hard time grasping that and embodying that, because I was like, how do I just be? Like, remember there were times when I
yeah,
would tell you and Rose, like, how do I just be? Like, I don't even know how to be. Like, I didn't know. And just teaching myself to rest when I need to has been so amazing. Like this weekend, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I could have posted, but I didn't feel 100%. I didn't feel good about it. I was like, I just need to rest and be
yeah,
present with my family.
yeah,
And I did that, and it felt so good. Like, it came Sunday, I almost felt like, I don't want to go back to work. And I was like, there are hardly moments that I feel that way, but sometimes when
yeah.
I do, I'm like, you know what? I need to regroup and go in and check out what is happening for me, and then
Mhm.
come from taking care of myself, work through the stuff that is present and write. So I use journaling, I use all the stuff that you already know about in terms of meditation and breath work and connecting with people and all the things. And then I'm like, wow, then I feel so much better, because I was like, okay, I'm back to myself. I want to do this
Yeah,
from a place of, yes, I feel so rich, as opposed to energy rich, as opposed to, oh, I have to do this and I hate it. And that doesn't feel good to my system at all anymore, because I'm like, that is such a huge leap for me, because I used to just do stuff because I had to, as opposed to I want to, I get to, this is so
yeah,
exciting and fun.
yeah. Because when you get to know yourself, and
Yeah.
you can even realize, is this a part? Is this
Yeah.
just like an old version of me as well?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
in and you go, you really tap in and you go within and you ask and you sit with yourself. Then you're like, oh no, this is not me. And you can even feel the energy sometimes, because you can pick up the energy from somebody else, or the energy that's over the weekend, because
Yeah.
if you are with family or with people or whatever, we pick that energy. And when you hone back your energy and claim your energy from other people, and you go deep down, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, is this mine or not? Or I had the same feeling yesterday, actually. I was like, I didn't want to start doing the things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's Monday. I need a day between Monday and Sunday. And I took it. Like, I had a couple clients, so I did that. And
yeah.
then I didn't do much other than, you know, just reflecting, resting, reading, journaling. And
Hmm.
it felt so good to me, because when I'm like, even when I have to be, sometimes I'm like, I should be doing stuff. So
Yeah,
last week I had asked for a feeler with one of the people that we know, and it was just so nice, because I was like, wow, just doing that feels so good. And then the entire week I show up so energy rich, so excited, so ready to pour into my business and everybody, into my family, into this community. And it comes from a very, yes, this is so fun, as opposed to, oh, I have to do this. Like, I've never believed in doing things from a place of I have to, as opposed to, like, then now recently I just go inward and I go, you know what, my body needs rest, and what is good for me is good for the world, and I get to take rest, and it's okay, and it feels really nice.
yeah. So yeah, thank you, Picture of Presence, for being here, and everybody that's here. And thank,
Yeah.
yeah, these are good questions, because you don't want to live the life of anybody else, or in the energy of somebody else, or just
Yes.
like building on the negative, knowing
Yeah.
that it's not like that. You can
Yes.
go back to your center and
Yeah.
align again, realign with yourself. And then if you really want to rest or watch
Hmm.
Christmas movies, I love them, do that. But if it's really kind
Exactly.
of, yeah, that this is what
Yeah.
I want right now, I'm going to
Yeah.
do that. And actually, what I do, I want to share this. Yesterday, I was thinking, I didn't felt it. I was like, I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe I need to do this and that, da, 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 da. And then I was like, okay, let's just, because I know myself, as I
Yeah.
said,
Yeah. Yeah.
just
Yeah. Of
really
course.
knowing myself and mastering
Yeah.
myself. I said, okay, I wanted to clean the house, because it was really messy with all the work that we still have in the house.
Right. Right.
And I move my body, but when I don't need to be in the thinking mind and really
Yeah.
work from that,
Mm.
for my brain,
Yeah. Yes.
I just move and reflect on the things. And it
Mm.
felt so good. I did a lot of, like, almost at the end of the day, 20K steps. I could see them on my on my watch, and I was like,
You
oh,
couldn't go running, but you did that, so that's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah,
Yes.
perfect.
Yes.
Clear my mind. And
Yeah.
I realign with myself, and I said, okay, I cleaned the house, that's good. I've done the call, I've done a couple of things, I had like a filler, it's perfect, I feel accomplished. Yeah.
That's amazing. So one of the questions you asked me earlier was, what am I taking into this next year? And I think next year, there's a part of me, and I think that's the work, like that's more surrendering, that I know that I wanted to serve a lot of women. So in my head, I'm like, when I have numbers, it feels very resistance, but I have a ballpark number, as in, like, how can I serve 100,000 women next year? And it's like, that feels good to me. And that also means for me, it's like 10xing myself, because I always and one of the things that I learned from this year was like, I always 2x, where I stay in this comfort zone, and then 2x is much harder than 10x, and it's like, I want to really set high numbers, high goals. And one of the things that comes up for me as a part of noticing my resistance and things, it's like I find myself to be very commitment phobic, that used to happen to me in relationships. I used to find myself very commitment phobic because I had all these stories about men, and when I worked through them very deeply from my body, I ended up manifesting a myth, because I was like, okay, those are my stories, those are not my truths, those were my stories that did serve me, now it doesn't. And so I really want to sit and do this reflection. So I'm attending this vision workshop that I'm super excited about tomorrow, actually this week. Yeah. I don't know when it is, but so I really want to embody some of these things that I'm calling in, because some of the themes that show up for me is commitment, responsibility. It's like, if I take this big responsibility, will I still have enough time? Because I feel like then I'm going to have to work more, and that really is scary to my system. And we all know, when we are scared, we don't attract anything. Manifesting requires us to feel safe with whatever we desire, because we already know that it's already happened. So I think that's the work that I have to do, because I want to have, like, I'm really good at helping people set visions and help them embody it. And I feel like if I'm going to teach people that, I have to do that myself and set big vision for myself and really step into that, So I want to be able to start doing in-person work that I haven't really dabbled into this year, because my stories have been, who is going to show up? Not me. And, working through my rejection stuff and all the things. And as I've worked through it, I was like, oh, wow, like it's okay if people say no. And as Sam says, like, it's not about what, it's about who, and you're really leveraging that. So I want to start doing some of that, where I'm doing in-person workshop as one of my income legs, and just serving people, because I love the energy of being in person with people. And it's just so enriching. Like, that was one of the reasons why Bali was such a hit for me, because it's like, it came to me, I did it because I was called to do it. And then it was so fun. And it ended up being an in-person thing, which was so enriching, because one of the ways that I really feel alive is through relational,
connections.
And I feel that I want to give that to people, and somehow I don't know how, but it'll happen. So I want to do in-person stuff, and I want to really up level in terms of just my courses and things that I want to launch and do online and serve people in a very big volume, massive way, because that's what I've wanted. But then all these things keep me from it. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go big and really work on these resistance, really embody it, really stay with that focus. And focus has been my thing too. It's like this. I am really working on staying focused. Like, this is what I'm going to do for a year. This is what I'm going to give my all. This is where I'm at. Like, this is all I see, do, think, be. And that's it. Like, don't talk to me for a whole year. If it's not, if it's not co-regulating, or if it's not, I just feel so excited about even thinking that. So I think I'm going to keep tapping on to the excitement of that, as opposed to, and also work through the stuff that I feel like I want to work on as a way of releasing the resistance that comes with it.
Oh, for sure. You're ready, Ganj. You've done the digging. And I'm so you that you're back to serving the masses, because I know that one of your dreams at the beginning of the year, when you are connecting and
like really building this beautiful relationship was
Yeah.
this. You
Yeah.
wanted to help a lot of people, and you have a lot of skills, a lot of knowledge, you
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
how to do all the things. And
Yes.
probably like your path was for this year to surrender that, because you decided
100%.
and to dig up and let go, and now you
Yes.
fire, like really follow the rocket and just
Yeah.
fire it in that
Yeah.
direction. Because
Yes.
actually this morning, like when I've done that moving and journaling, it came to me as well, like, why are we playing small? Because when I
Yes.
realized, and I said to my husband as well, it is just look around the people that are making money.
Mm-hmm.
They cannot even be, they can be mean, they can be rude, they can be whatever you want to be, you
Mm-hmm.
want to
Mm-hmm.
see them or call them or whatever, and that could be the truth, or they can be nice people. They
Mm-hmm.
know that they want to make money, and this is why they are making. It's not that they are really intelligent, or I don't know, they invented something new, or they know one thing, they believe that they're going to have that. Doesn't
Yes.
matter what, they're going to take one step and another step and another step until they are there, and then they
Yes.
grow and grow. And we have everything that we need, and we know. So I'm so cheering on you to do the things
Thank
that you
you.
always knew that you.
I think that's true. And I have been digging a lot this year because I was like and one of the things that it taught me was if I want to hold space for all these women or all these entrepreneurs, leaders, people, um, I had to make space for them in my body.
Yeah,
Because for me, it's like, how do I take care of myself and not override all of that
yeah,
while I'm making space for that for
yeah,
them in my
your
body,
sister.
And it was just such a big, to me, like I didn't realize that that would require me to go within and deeper and work on all the things and blocks and
This is such a beautiful realization. Wow.
yeah,
That,
to know that okay, I can't come.
I believe we're frozen a little bit again, but that's fine. This was a golden teaching, that what she just shared, like really working with yourself so you can expand a little bit more, so you can hold more of whatever it is that you want to achieve. Yeah, wait. Probably the internet connection is that it's not that good, but that's fine. We crashed the internet again. That's fine. Okay.
Wait, and my phone is frozen or what is happening? There you go.
You hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I figured you would sit there and wait for me
Yeah.
because I'm like, why did it just disconnect again? No, but I just mentioned like you went, and I didn't know what that meant for me, as in what that looked like to hold
Yeah.
space. I was like, I know that, but what does that even mean in the bigger picture of things?
Yeah.
And holding space for that in my body, as in it taught me that I get to feel good. I get to have fun. I get to take care of myself. I get to be the highest version of myself as I am serving other people, and not just, oh, I'm serving everybody else, but then I'm self-abandoning. I'm not taking care of myself. I am, not really connected to God. I'm not really connected to intuition. I'm not tapping into just life being easy and working smart and not hard.
Hmm.
That was huge for me because I was like, wow, like we
This
get
is
to
you.
manifest things so easily. Why do we work so hard, or why do we stay so attached to it? Those were the things that I had to let go and surrender and really tap into because there's imposter syndrome comes up still, and perfectionism comes up, like, oh, the first time I show up my video has to be perfect, or who am I to speak to millions of people, and all of that working through. It's like now when I'm in this place, it's just boom 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 boom, things
Yeah.
just align outside of me so quickly because I'm like, thank you, universe. The universe has got my back. Like, I am a super attractor and I attract anything and everything I want, and it feels so good and so like yes, as opposed to, oh my god, what happens if all these women show up, or I don't know what to do with my business, or I don't know how it'll happen, or I don't know what to do in terms of the back end of things and all the things. So yeah.
Wow, these are such beautiful lessons. And
Uh,
just hearing you, and for everyone listening, this is so important because you can attract something
yeah,
and you feel like you're ready, but you're not. And then
yeah,
that, the fact that you have attracted that is going to give you even more anxiety. And then
yeah,
first is going to be like, okay, but you wanted this. And then you're just crunching even more and belittling yourself, and you don't know where to hide because this is not what I wanted. It's just too much for me. But when you're really ready, this is why we're we need to dig. We need to go
100%.
in and see what's going on there. Like,
So true. One of my favorite, I don't know who wrote this, but it was a quote. I share it with my clients too. And it's like, God doesn't give us what we want, says no one what they give us what we need,
yeah,
and or they make us wait and really blows our minds off. And I think that's where I'm at, where it's like I've been waiting for this, and not waiting, but it's like a part of me sometimes gets
yeah.
really impatient, and I'm like, I've been really working the patience muscle. As in everything happens in the divine timing, and I get to stay in the present. In this moment is where it's at, and I have fun with whatever I do. And if I'm not having fun, I will not do it. And it can wait. And where can I find the next thought that brings me fun, or next feeling that is the next best thing that is fun? So my words, I was having a hard time struggling with a word for next year, because I was like, what can my word be this next year? Because be careful what you wish for, because that's what happens. And I
Yeah.
really believe in the intention of setting, like having intentions for the day, for anything. So for my intention for next year is fun and love. Like I
Mm,
just want to have so much fun, and I want to love myself and love everything and everyone around me and everything that I do. And if it's not that, how much deeper can I go and surrender what is not serving me or what is not my highest good, and coming from that place of I'm having so much fun doing what I'm doing. And yes, why not?
yeah. The word I was thinking, what is that I want for next year? And you know that Dory posted those, I don't know how many words, pick the first four words that you see. And for me it was connection, life, money, and something else. I don't remember.
Yeah,
But on the discussion with Jamie, it just hit me. And
yeah,
then today I was listening to something and it hit me again. For me,
yeah,
it's harvesting, receiving. Like it's the same thing. It is harvesting. Like I feel that I really work on that base for a
yeah,
long time. And I
yeah.
to work my muscle of patience and mastering myself and putting all the things and like really opening to feel my gifts and step into my power and all the things that I needed to do. And I support,
So
I
good.
feel, and I show up for myself and for others and for my mission and whatever, everything that I desire to bring
Yeah,
in to
yeah.
this world. And it is the time for me to harvest now.
Yes,
It is,
I am. As women, we have such a hard time receiving. Like I just did a story about it the other day, where it's like for me too this year. When Rose would tell us like just allow, and I'm like, I don't know how to allow. You're like,
yeah,
how do I receive? Because we are always so into pleasing and pouring into other people and not taking care of ourselves. And it's like these years worth of early conditioning that leads us to that place where it's like, okay, it's I am important too. I get to receive as well. I get to have it all, and I get to give from a received place and not give at the expense of me. That
yeah.
was really cute. So I love that that is your word, and you're ready to receive just everything that you're
Yeah,
so deserving of. Yeah.
the connections that I want to dream like really big, and I will try.
Yeah.
I said to my husband like lately, I'm on the roll. I'm like, we're gonna have this
You
in
are.
years. By now we're gonna see all everything that we desire, and I'm not gonna. It's not that I'm just going now, no matter what I'm doing, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be me again. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I'm just gonna go all in, full on with the things that I desire. I want to travel the world. I want to impact people. I want to be in
Yes.
person. I want to do retreats with you people. I want to be on the beach sipping margaritas with all
Mm.
the ladies that I've created. Such a beautiful relationships. I want to serve more. I want to give more. I want to be in harmony with my family. I want to have financial freedom, so I don't think about money and take decision from that place.
Mm.
And when
Mm.
I serve
Mm.
people and be in my gifts, I will be full on in my gifts. And when I rest and play and have fun, I'm gonna be there playing, have fun.
Yes. Yes to all of that. I love that so much for you, and unconsciously, I think I'm wanting the same for me because I'm like, just I want to be able to receive, like, just receive compliments, receive
Yeah,
appreciation, receive just everything. You know, I like, if we can't receive the small things in life, how can we receive the big things that are meant for us, that are here for us, that wants to be with
yeah,
us? So yeah, I'm super excited about that.
yeah, it is. You know, even with support, when I decided on my word, I was like, oh, I need some support. So I'm going to ask for it because I
100%.
be somebody that I can go, I'm strong, I'm powerful. And I've always been like this. This was
Yeah,
my,
yeah,
for me, it was
yeah,
such a pride to be the strongest one in my
yeah,
family. But I want to ask for support. I want to be supported because I want to show even my kids and the
yeah.
people I serve, you need the support. I cannot say like,
Wonder, you know, it's
yeah,
like not receiving support, and that hyper independence is a trauma response.
yeah, it
You know,
is.
like if we're literally building our, like Sam says, building our businesses from our hearts, it's not a well sustained foundation. We literally have to add, we can't do it all on our own. The whole idea of do it all on your own is a trauma response because we are nothing without the other, you know, and especially as humans, we're meant for this social emotional
Yeah,
connection with each other, and being receiving each other and allowing ourselves to receive from the other. Like, I've literally made it a promise to myself that I was like, I was doing my best when I was receiving like 2 meditative sessions and a couple integratives a week in PFT, and
yeah,
it felt so good. I was like, yes, like I was really pouring into myself. And it's like, now I've finally again plugged myself into communities and into my friends where I'm like, I will swap all day long.
yeah.
And I am going to just literally, just like I serve others and making their vision happen for them, I'm going to seek that help from my friends that I know are so powerful in their ways. So it's like I have to do that for myself. And when I do that, it's just, I show up like, oh, this is so good, and filled again and connected to the source, as opposed to, oh my god, my human kicking in and working for my human and hustling and all the things that are not serving.
Yeah. So you said that you want to take in like the love and the fun, and
Yeah,
now that you like really you went deep, and now you know that I will serve from this place, and
100%.
I want to feel safe, and I want to feel good, and I want to do the things whenever feel good for me. And
Yes.
then you bring this into 2020, and what is the offerings and the way like you want to do in person,
Yeah.
what is that you actually like feel so good for you and exciting? I want to talk about abundance, or I want to talk about whatever it is, what's
Yeah.
feeling in your body that it's building that energy, that's building
You know,
fulfillment.
I don't know. I'm gonna need to do a one-to-one for that. I don't want to just come up with an answer because you asked me
I
the
don't know.
question. But some of the things that, and that's where, like, I want to work through the commitment and the responsibility piece, because I am, because of all the things that I've done in the past few years, that couple of years that have not worked, I am, or not worked to the expectations that I had for myself. I need to clean some of that up. I feel like it's still in my system, and I need to release that in order for me to, because I was thinking about it this morning as I was doing my morning pages and the lessons that came from this year. And one of the things is, I think there's still stuff there in my system that I'm like, when I think about it on my own, and I think I'm missing this connection. That's one thing. Like, maybe I'm going to change my work environment like a few times a week, where I go in a cafe and just work on things,
Mm-hmm.
because a part of me is like, really, like, when I start to think about those certain things by myself, I'm like lost for words. Like, what does excite me? Like, now we're having this conversation and I'm like, oh wow, I can't wait to think about it. But when I think about it myself, I'm like, nothing. I feel there's such a feeling of melancholy and this like dark cloud, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I don't know what excites me, because then there's this commitment and this responsibility piece that is really present. That is like, ah,
Yeah.
I need to sit with those parts in order to be able to really create what I want to offer. Because what I'm left with when I think about myself is, I need clarity. And I'm like, I don't need clarity. I mean, I have the answers within me. I just need to tap into that.
Mm.
And I need someone to hold space for me to do that in for me to have that, yes, this came from within, as opposed to my human is thinking about it and coming up with something. I don't want to do that anymore. That's what I've done this year, and it didn't feel right, and it didn't succeed
Mhm.
because it came from that place. So I don't
Yes.
know.
I love how in integrity you are with what you're feeling. This
Yeah,
is good because I love the part with the integrity. For me, it's really important. If
100%.
you are not true to yourself and if you like really want to put it under the rug, the kids and the dogs and the cats that are trying to whatever, like
Yeah,
that's never working. The
yeah,
more you are true, like I'm
yeah,
true. This is what I'm feeling right now. And I love this for
yeah,
you, about
yeah,
you. Please take this in your life, whoever is watching, because
yeah,
you really need to trust yourself, because
yeah,
if you override what you're
yeah,
feeling, it's just going to be in a loop. Like you're going to go in,
100%.
you cannot get out of it. And what came to me when you shared that, and I love, and changing the environment will help for sure. I do this.
Yeah,
This is coming here sometimes, or I'm home, or I'm going
yeah.
somewhere, because I feel sometimes that the energy is, it's not what I
Yes, 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 yes. Like
did.
I try, even if I was not, I don't want to talk. Like I'm not, when I go to coffee shops, I'm not like my husband will go and I will go, and I'm an introvert, so I'm like, I'll be doing my own stuff, but I just feel good looking around, like
Yeah.
the energy of people, as opposed to when I'm on my own. Like I even changed my office space. I used to have an office. You're aware of this, and now I've changed my office space because I was like, Amit, I really need to feel fun at work. Like I'm really starting to get bored,
Yeah.
this and that. So I changed my out. I love this space. And for deeper reflections, I think I need to go someplace else, like when I journal and stuff, an hour
Mm.
of the week, or do stuff where it's like, wow, it's around people, and I think my wheels start turning because I'm in other people's fields.
And you get
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, the
Yeah,
energy. But I just want to offer you this. Like, remember
please.
when we pour into Aneta when she had
Mm,
some question around something,
yeah,
and what she took all the advice or whatever
yeah,
we needed,
yeah,
like the
yeah.
that we had, and then she trusted and to give it to God, and she was like,
Yes,
and then when Sam says when she talks with her business, I talked about this today with my husband,
yeah,
and like she's asking, okay, what do you need from me right now? What?
yes.
And then the answer comes from God, to a song, to a person at the coffee shop, to wherever you're going, on the beach, whatever. Maybe it is like, I'm just putting in the hands of God, and the answer will come for you. And you just need to relax and enjoy a good coffee somewhere. Yeah, just a second. Beautiful people. I believe she's gonna be back soon. Yeah. Wait, 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 wait. Okay, accept. Again. We're back.
Yes, I am. You're like, I believe she's gonna be back. Yes, I am. I hear you when I come back. Like it's
Yeah.
literally turned off. I don't know whether it's my internet or your
Yeah.
internet.
I
I'm
don't
not
know.
sure,
Maybe
but
it's mine too.
somehow it just ends up working. So we're
It is
good.
exactly. We're not gonna
Yeah.
stumble in.
No, so exactly. I think
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing recently, and it feels so good to just go, okay, I just wait and not hustle. In the meantime, I keep doing the things that I love doing, keep serving, not worry. And it's like my level of worry has really gone down this recently, it's especially in the past few months. Because I was like worried about this, worried about this, worried about this. And it's like the more worried I am, the more my vibration is like, gives me more things to worry about. And I'm like, nope, nope, not going to do any of that madness. Go inside, do meditate, do breath work, do the things.
Give us a second here.
Weird. It just said Adriana ended the video. And I'm like, okay. I don't know.
No, I was here. Doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
you're saying that you were worrying about the things, and now you're like just allowing them
Yeah,
to.
now I'm just surrendering and trusting. I'm like, this is where I get disconnected. So it's like whenever I become, as soon as I become aware, first it used to be like hours long, and now it's like the time has really collapsed. Where I was like, I'm just disconnected from source. This is not my problem. Handing over to you, and it's just so fast as opposed to, oh, I'm stuck in a muck. How is this going to happen? Da, 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 da. Like, no, that's not my reality anymore, you know?
Mhm.
And I love that because I was like, wow, that is huge growth for me. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah. And as we said, like you just go and have fun with the
Yeah.
things you enjoy. Go to a coffee shop,
Yeah.
enjoy people, enjoy the holidays, enjoy the cheering, whatever it is going on around you. And then let it trust the universe and let it.
I think it's just people. I love being around
Mhm.
people sometimes, not all the time.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, so I think I'm just going to start doing that. So it's like, in the past when I used to go to work, it's like I had people around at work. Now I work
Yeah.
fully from home. Yes, I'm online and I'm speaking to people in
Yeah.
the DMs and stuff, but I'm not always on Instagram all the time. It's like I tell others not to do that. So I practice the same thing where I want real human connection, and I miss that. So I think that's like one of my strategies where I'm just gonna take some time and go and do reflection and make this time as a way to just, okay, what do I need to process, and then come home and process it with my friends or people. Yeah.
And in perfect timing, whatever you will need to bring into the world and birth. Hey, how are you all? We're fine. Thank
How
you.
are you?
How are you? So if anybody, we have a little bit more, have any question, like, or maybe want to share with
Yeah.
us, what's your word for 2024? Some of the teachings and the lessons from 2023. We were discussing about all of it, and
Yes.
as well. Like, I really celebrate the fact that I stepped into who I am. Like, really, this
Mhm.
is so big. And the fact that I let go of feeling that I'm not good enough, I don't know enough as a coach, I'm not knowledgeable enough. That was a big story for me.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
For me, during this year, was also a couple of parts inner child that
Mm.
I felt it, I believe, in the middle of the year, like
Yeah.
really at the beginning and in the middle
Yeah.
of, so intense and potent, like
Yeah.
activating my body, like a child that really wanted to come back into oneness and wholeness,
Mm.
and to work and be with that child that was scared and wanted to be seen and wanted to be validated.
Yes.
Was like a really up and down, up and down. And I have days, the human will always be here for sure. And this is the beauty of life, in my
And
opinion.
this is the beautiful part about the expansion, right? Like if we don't have the contrast, how do we know what do we need to work through?
Yeah,
As long as we have the tools, we have the contrast, now we can integrate that. If
yeah,
we don't have the tools and we're just stuck in a muck,
yeah,
then we don't give us our then it gets really hard, And
yeah. I cannot hear you. What's going on? Yeah,
can I be more supported?
yeah. I couldn't hear you for a second there.
I think I was getting a call, so I dismissed.
Yeah.
Maybe hold on, maybe that's why. I'm like, I should put it on. Hopefully that works. Yeah, we just switched to airplane mode. I'm like, I don't want people calling me. Yeah. So what I was saying was, it's like it's okay for it to be hard. Like in
Mhm.
the hard is where we learn, we grow, we find resiliency, we find our strength, we find our connection
Yeah,
to our higher power. In that hard is where we surrender more. So I think that hard is important as long as we don't
mhm.
get stuck in it, and as long as we have the tools to work through them.
And you take the lessons, and you're,
100%.
yeah, I know. Because sometimes a pattern or a story, it will come over and over and over again until you like really open to it, embrace that, went through it, out of it, and that's it. And you just let go. Because if you're like really putting it, oh, not now, not now, not now, or whatever, and you're not going into the eye of the storm
Yeah.
and really feel that through, and then
Yeah.
let go and surrender to whatever it is and take the lesson, you will go over and over.
Yep.
But I
Yep.
wanted to say something, like I feel that both of us, and for everybody here, that it's an inner journey and you have dreams and desires and goals that you want to achieve. Like really tap into that and trust. Find a way, connect with God, connect with somebody that you trust in your life that can support you. Find
Yeah.
a way so you can build a connection with the divine, the universe, with people around you, your community, because I feel that both of us are so close. Like really, it is, you know, I can really feel it. Like it's right here. And we
Yeah.
surrender more and allow more and just be and have fun and do the things that we enjoy
Yeah.
and keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
And friend, when we're gonna see each other next year, we're gonna see each other more than
I'm
next
so
year.
excited.
But I want to
Yes! Like Paris has been one of my dreams. So somehow you'll be here, somehow I'll be there.
yeah,
And
yeah.
we will definitely do all the things. I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, but also like having a life at the end of the next year and
100%.
where we are at, because I
Yes.
believe that it will be a totally different place.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy about that. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes to all of that. I
Did,
receive.
yeah, we both receive everything. Like
Yes.
when you're opening to pain and pleasure, you
Yeah.
really receive all the things. So don't be afraid. Let it come in. Feel it.
100%.
Let whatever it is, put it in the Mother Earth, what's not
Yeah.
serving you, and just expand even more and grow and change and take the lessons and learn from them. What do you want to like let your community and my community at the end of this call, what's a thought or a desire or a wish for all of them and for us?
Mm. Whenever I come to lives like this, or just when I start my day, right? One of my biggest beliefs and values is I literally come in with a prayer and I say, may anybody that crosses my path, whether it's through my content, whether it's through my like meeting face to face, or just communicating with me, or just thinking of me, I just offer them so many blessings, so much activation of love, light, joy, and just abundance in their life, no matter what they're going through. I just want them to know that I see them, I hear them, they belong here, and love them so much. And may that be activated for them, so that when they show up for others, or when they start seeing that for themselves, we can pay it forward. Because when we do that for ourselves and for others, I think the world is such a better place. I don't know. Yeah.
I'm going to take that all in. And it is true. So I have tested this
Yeah.
this year with the house. And actually, I was thinking about this 2 days ago. In the moment, like the man that, it's a young man that has done the floors, like for,
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
us, the house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He was so late. He was so late with the works. And
Mm-hmm.
I was really activated at some point. But then
Right.
I sending him love. I knew that he went through a situation in his family, but still I was like, I want the house. And then
Yes, yes,
I,
yes.
and I had people saying, oh, he's doing a good job, but he's not finishing the work until like the end,
Mm-hmm.
let's say. But the fact that we were so open and loving towards him, even with the twins, he was so nice, and the twins
Yeah,
were attached to him.
yeah.
And like, and when I told him you need to come back and do something, he was like, yeah, right away. So you can change with your intention and your heart being open. And even if exactly what Gan said, like really send that love, it
Things
will.
around us start to play out so easy. It
Yeah,
really does. Like, just I used to think, oh, I'm just setting an intention. So easy. Because I was so used to making things hard, everything being so
yeah.
complicated. Where he was just like, really that simple? And really that simple is like,
Mm,
whoa. And people have actually told me that. It's like, wow, I feel that in your energy when I come around you, or when I see you, or just working
yeah,
with you, or any of those things. And I'm like, that's what I want people to take away. Because imagine, like, I am now fortunate to be surrounded by people that see me in that way and send me and just want the best for me
Mm.
without wanting anything in return whatsoever, you know. And it makes a difference. Only if we all did that, it would, this world would be such a better place. That I just want all that for you. So much love, so much grounding, so much connectedness, so much activation of light and abundance that is beyond what you think is possible for you. And yeah,
Because if I have or you have, doesn't mean that the other people cannot have it. There is
100%. Yeah. And abundance is just that, right? It's like scarcity. I still continue to work on scarcity
really,
trauma where there's certain things that I get tapped in and I'm like, no, what's meant for them is also meant for me. If I'm seeing it, that means, and if I'm not able to receive it, then that's the block that I need to clear, you know? Then
yeah,
where do I feel not worthy or safe to receive just that for me?
yeah, exactly. Oh, this call was so beautiful. I loved
Likewise.
it.
Thank you
I
so
loved
much.
it. And I love the fact it just went through my mind when you said you were so honest and so mature and so like in integrity with you when you said like I don't know right now and I don't want to be like just flying,
Yeah.
going to the shiny things. I want to
Yeah.
and I want to be this is gold. I want to say this and emphasize this again
Yeah.
because so many of us we want to pose and be seen in a certain way, but
Yeah.
you need to be your truth so you can move forward and really be the truth of who you are. You're going to attract the people that you desire and the things in your life you are
Mm-hmm.
integrity
Mm-hmm.
to, and you speak your truth, whatever that might be in that moment. Tomorrow,
Yeah.
maybe we'll change. Maybe tomorrow you're going to have a download and it's clear, ladies and gentlemen. That's that.
I love it. Oh, yes, that, all of that. No, it's so true. I truly appreciate being here. Thank you so much for everything that you do and the humongous role, even without you knowing that you play in my life. It just means so
Oh,
much.
I love
And love you so much. And thank you for being in my life. And I can't wait for next year to be like boom, boom, boom.
it. Yeah.
Super excited. Yes, thank you.
Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone who joined. Thank you for listening. And we will have Ganj again, and we'll have
Yes.
this deep, truth, vulnerable discussion that we all need to have. And
Absolutely.
funny.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
yeah.
Have a
I-
wonderful evening for you.
And have a beautiful rest of your day. Kisses,
Yes,
everyone.
absolutely. Bye.